everyone, Sandra Vale here at Homesteading Ways, and today I want to show you 3 different ways of alternative heating, just in case your power should go out during the winter months. Okay, the first one I'm going to go over is this, it's a camping heater, and it uses propane. You put the propane bottle back here, and those propane bottles are really easy to get. They sell them at Walmart, hardware stores, camping stores, lots of places. And this I got off of Craigslist. I didn't pay full price for it. A lady was selling a bunch of camping gear, so I got it super cheap. And I've tried it probably only twice, but it really puts out the heat. You can adjust it back here. If you wanted this thing to go full force, it would last about 8 hours on one of those small cans of propane. So before you go out and buy new, check and see if you can get something like this on Craigslist, local buying and selling groups, even eBay or something like that. But this would really come in handy if you're without heat for whatever reason, you lose power or something. I want to let you know that all the methods I'm going to show you are designed for really heating one room. If you're out of power and you don't have heat, you're going to want to stay in one room, whether that's the kitchen or the living room or whatever. You know, close off that room as best you can. If there's not a door, then make a makeshift door with a curtain or something along the lines of that, and then that way you'll stay warm. But this is made by Coleman, and go ahead and there's all different types of propane heaters. Really look into that because it's something that you could definitely use. Okay, next up is this really cool wood burning camping stove. They call it a military one. It was designed for military tents, but you can use it at home or in your own tent if you have an opening on top. But at home, if you're going to use it, you're going to need to make some modifications to this chimney. And let me get you a close-up first. Okay, you open this up here. We actually have an extra piece of the chimney in there. But you put your wood in here, and there's good air circulation underneath. Here in the front, you have these air vents here to act as a damper, so to regulate your airflow. To get your fire started or just to maintain it. There's also another one of these on the back of the stove as well. These little grates here work really good for hanging wet stuff off of. If you were to have like wet gloves or a scarf or something, go ahead and hang them on here, and they'll dry fairly quickly. You can also cook on this. You can put a pan or a pot or something on here and cook on it. Now, without getting into a lot of detail on this stove, it comes apart in pieces, and the pieces all fit inside here. It's very lightweight, it's easy to carry, so it's great if you have to move it around. But as far as the chimney goes, if you're going to use this in your house, you're going to need to vent it out. And the way Paul and I thought about it is we would end up venting it out of a window, and to do that you're going to need to buy an elbow to have it turned to get it out that window. You can get those elbows pretty much at any hardware store, even like a big box store. But I'll put the link for this and for the Coleman heater down in the description, so go and look there. And I bought this on Amazon for like 65 bucks. There's a lot of good reviews on it. I bought this in like 2010, but there's a lot of people on there who give great instructions on how to modify it for indoor use. Okay everyone, I just got it started. I'm in my little pantry room off the kitchen. It measures about 5 by 8 And it doesn't have a solid door, but I do have a curtain going across it, so it should keep the heat in fairly well. And I wanted to show you this. The temperature is currently 70 degrees. So I'm going to let this go for about 10 minutes, and I'll come back and show you how the temperature has changed. And also, I did pour off some of the extra alcohol on top because I was afraid the flames would get even higher than this. And a word of caution, of course, is to keep this away from children, pets, you know, anything that could possibly be flammable. This flame will go down, you know, after a few minutes, or at least it should. But anyhow, I'll get back to you in about 10 minutes. Look at that. That is what the flame, the heat off of the can is doing. It's actually moving the ceiling fan. That's pretty cool. Okay, instead of 10 minutes, it's actually been more like 15 or 16. But yeah, that flame is maybe not as high as it was before, but it's not down as much as I thought it would be. But remember, this is a really large can. It's a coffee can with 2 toilet papers in there instead of 1. If you are using a smaller can, I don't think your flame will be as high. And as more of the alcohol burns off, it will get lower. You don't need to vent this because there's no carbon monoxide coming off of it or any kind of toxic fumes, anything like that. But if you know you feel better, if you're in a really small room or something, go ahead and crack a window. I also wanted to mention that this will work great as a car heater if you should be stuck outside somewhere in your car. I would use a really small one. Just put some extra toilet paper, alcohol, and you know, maybe a soup can or something a little bit larger than a soup can, and do it that way. Also, as you can see, the toilet paper is not burning. It's the alcohol that's burning. If you start to see the alcohol, not the alcohol, the toilet paper charring, you see that it's starting to burn, then put it out and then add more alcohol and get it lit again. You can reuse this a lot of times. But anyhow, I'm going to show you the temperature change. So in about, let's say 16, 17 minutes now, it went from 70 to 77 degrees. That is really quick, and I think that's awesome. But this heater is good, I feel, for short-term use. So if your power went out, you know, in the morning, but it's looking like they should get it back later in the afternoon sometime, this would probably be a good way to go. It needs to be watched, obviously, at all times. I wouldn't use this overnight unless someone is going to stay up overnight to watch it. Fire is dangerous, whether it's outside or inside, but if you're in an emergency situation, this should be able to help you out. Anyhow, thanks for watching the video. I hope I gave you some good information on how to stay warm if you find yourself without heat. I appreciate you taking the time to watch it. That was really nice of you. Head over to my website, homesteadingways.com. Find some more information over there. Remember to watch the videos. Every week I have them out 6 p.m. Central Time on Wednesdays. Subscribe and you'll get a notification right away when they come out. It was super nice talking to you, and you take care.